All right. Episode 32.
Start the clock.
We're going to get to all the politics. Before that, it's Halloween weekend. And, you know, people
Yeah.
in this town love Halloween. The adults, I've already seen so many people out wearing crazy makeup and trying to scare people, what Trump calls campaigning. Kamala also in the Halloween mood. She loves it when she loves it when the little kids come up on her porch and say those three little words. Please don't shoot. Look, I'm sticking with my prediction that Kamala's going to win this one, but you know, it's getting. Well,
Hell yeah.
Kamala Harris must prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that she worked at McDonald's in 1983. He says it's very suspicious if she worked there. How come no one saw her and nobody remembers her?
Come
Which
on.
makes me think maybe she wasn't vice president. But to troll her, he is a troll. I mean, come on, that's just who he is. He went and worked at McDonald's this past weekend. Did you see this? There's the picture. And
Dumbass.
the caption I would put with this one is, want lies with that?
Yeah.
The hot new soccer mom this year is Latino men. I'm not kidding. Oh. And did you see this? The Menendez brothers may be getting out. The
That's
Menendez
right.
brothers, the charges are going to be reduced back from capital murder to extreme backtalk. So just know that if Trump does win, he will be the oldest president ever, passing even Joe Biden. And remember what a bunch of laughs that was happening. It would be like rebooting the Cosby Show with Bill Cosby. All right. We got a great show. She is a journalist and the host of the Megyn Kelly Show. Megyn Kelly.
Oh, man. Every time she goes up against Bill Maher, she destroys him. I'm going to be honest.
We have a great crowd here. Because they're not voting for the person, most of them, you are, but they give you a nice hand. They laugh at jokes that are about the Democrats.
Yeah, right.
I give you that's not often.
Yep.
You see that in
That's why I watch.
We both think the other one is not stupid. So we want to know how the other one can possibly think the way they do.
Fair enough.
He'll either say it was rigged or it was the most perfect, beautiful election ever.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You're admitting that.
Yeah.
And yet you're going to vote for him.
Yeah.
We want to know why.
Well, don't think there won't be denialism if Kamala Harris loses, too.
It won't be the same.
Okay, but we're going to be stuck in this election one way or the other, no matter who wins, for weeks.
Well, there's no evidence of that. Democrats have never done that. They've conceded.
We already had this fight on my show. Hillary Clinton is
Yeah,
the
I saw
original
that.
election denier.
She's not an
Stacey
election
Abrams.
denier.
What Hillary was talking about was, I think, the Electoral College and her winning the popular vote. In any other Democratic country, she would have won.
I don't want any more Jocelyn Nungaros, the 12-year-old girl who was killed in Houston by 2 Venezuelan illegal immigrants.
And Americans have never done that?
That's not the point. We have to take the
I
Americans.
know, but
we don't have to take it from Venezuelan illegals.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree. We took it to
Man,
Americans.
sounded kind of mad right
The
there.
idea that you take in like 1 million legal every year.
Legal is one
Anytime
thing.
you take in 1 million people, some of them are
Yeah.
going to commit crimes,
Bill,
like of any group.
Do you have any idea how many illegals we let in under Biden-Harris?
Okay, so that's
You know?
that's your issue?
That's one of them.
And all the people in his administration who said he's a fascist, he wants to be a fascist, he talks like a fascist, his friends are all dictators.
I don't care about that at all. Not at all.
Because?
January 6th was
Man.
not good.
Wait, why don't you care about that at all?
Because they've been saying that about Trump for years. They've been saying that about Republican candidates for years. Trump has incendiary rhetoric, there's no question. But we have 4 years to judge him by, and the country was going pretty well when Trump was in there, unlike the 4 years we've had under these two.
She's
Well,
good.
I mean, I could argue with that too. Actually, if
What? He gets stuck.
Trump, well, first of all, Trump inherited somebody else's economy.
That's what Barack Obama would like us to do.
Well, it's true.
Okay.
It's really on day one, everything changed.
So
when Trump
just
got
walk
in.
me through it. So Trump has Obama to thank for his economy,
Okay.
but Biden can't thank Trump for anything.
Okay.
Oh, good
Let's get
point.
off this.
Yeah, see? She's good, man. I give her that.
Pay attention, because I'm about to give you a truth bomb.
No.
Kids who are suffering from bullying or who have been sexually assaulted or who are going through normal puberty and feel uncomfortable in their bodies will say to their parents, I'm not sure, maybe I'm gender confused. They are depressed. They have changed their bodies forever in a way that is irreversible. And we are all sitting back saying, it's a remote issue, as Kamala Harris said. It's not remote. It's the issue of our time, both with respect to children and women's rights.
Yeah.
Let's back up a little on that.
Yeah, even the audience had to clap at that one.
Perspective on this.
I mean, I have some in my family. I have nothing against people who actually have gender dysphoria and are sincerely wrestling with that. And I would respect them and be kind to them, and as I have been. This is a different issue. This is about children.
He's got North Korean troops in his war in Ukraine now. He's very chummy with China.
I didn't know that.
Russia always hated each other, not anymore, and Iran. When the dictator countries are getting together, I mean, in World War II, what did Hitler and the Japanese have in common? Nothing. Except they saw the world. If your guy gets in, we're going to be on the wrong side of this one.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, Bill. There you go.
Putin did not invade Ukraine until Biden took over. We had the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, which projected weakness through the world. People understood that we were feeble, and that is what was provocative. Weakness is provocative. And then he and Kamala Harris unleashed this Department of Justice against their political enemy, Donald Trump, their #1 chief rival for the presidency.
Okay. Well,
is it funny? Because they did it.
They're laughing.
Fascism, that's fascist.
I think history is not going to be kind to your point of view, but I appreciate you coming on and saying it. Thank you, Megyn. All right, Megyn.
Yeah, I got to check out Overtime if he's going to be in it.
He is a CNN host and author of the Van Jones Substack, Van the Man Jones.
They love him there.
She's got a 54-point lead, which is awesome. Yeah, Biden had a 69-point lead, and Hillary had a 71-point lead, and Obama had an 85-point lead. Why is Hillary doing 17 points better than Kamala?
I think I'm proud that black men have stood up and said, hey, I know what you're going to do for immigrants. You're going to make sure they get comprehensive immigration reform, and that's beautiful. I know what you're going to do for women. You're going to make sure they can get safe abortions. That's beautiful. I know what you're going to do for trans folks. You're going to try to make sure they at least have some dignity. What are you going to do for black men? What are you going to do for us? She came forward. She's going to make sure we're able to get houses with the forgivable loans. She's going to make sure that we're able to get apprenticeship and training programs. She's doing things now to give us a sense that she cares about us.
Nobody really talked about this, but I found it kind of funny that part of her plan to help black men was to legalize marijuana. So they're trying to say that black men smoke a lot of weed.
We want to be entrepreneurs. We want to be heads of household. We want to own stuff. We don't want handouts. We want the opportunity to get in this game.
Well, some people would see this as a handout to a special interest group.
No, but the thing is, those loans are available to everyone. She's just making sure that we know that they are also available to us. There's good stuff out there that if it doesn't get marketed to a community, they don't even know it exists.
Well, it says black entrepreneurs. That's not everybody.
But if you look at the actual program, it's available to everyone, but there's a special marketing push to black entrepreneurs, because otherwise we don't know it's there.
I didn't know it was there for everyone. That's the hard part. How do you create a law or policies that target one, not only a racial group, but a sex, black men specifically? I don't think you can do that. If you're Asian, you can't be part of it. If you're Latino, you can't be part of it. If you're white, you can't be part of it. And if you're a woman, you can't be part of it. So that's hard. That's a tough one. Now, some might say, well, what about immigration policies? That has nothing to do with color, has nothing to do with sex. That is a legal status. It's a legal status that they're trying to change, and it applies to everyone of every color, every creed, every background. And abortion rights is for women, but it's for all kinds of women.
And certainly this is not just for black men. I know this personally, that she wants to legalize weed.
There you go. But it's marketed as for black men.
Well, I think I've been saying it's a winning issue for 30 years.
I ran on it for Congress, ran on it for governor.
Yeah, you're Colorado. You were the first in the nation.
We're proud of it.
Yeah. And how's it going in Colorado?
It's great, and I am real excited. Again,
Yeah.
Businesses and the consumers have lived under this cloud with the federal illegality.
Cloud.
I applaud. Kamala Harris is the first major party candidate for president who's running on decriminalization and allowing the states.
Right. And by the way, she evolved. I mean, I remember when she was out here, she was bad on that issue. I thought she was. I remember I contributed to, I think, her first campaign as DA, and then I was like, oh, I'm sorry I did that, because you're bad on an issue that's important to me. But, you know, Democrats seem to have this idea, is that if you just get the people who already hate Donald Trump to hate him a little more, we're going to win this thing. And, you know,
for those African-American men who might be watching who think, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, I just want to make sure that he literally is the best con man in the world to get you to vote for him, and he's going to turn around and put you in prison.
Nah, that's not going to work, because there's a lot of conservatives who actually want tougher laws, tougher police, because right now crime in a lot of American cities, democratic cities, are out of control.
Yesterday, I did a Cannabis for Kamala virtual event with Willie Nelson. And look, we got to get this cannabis legal.
Good old Willie.
We still have Willie Nelson going strong and able to celebrate, and Kamala Harris will get that done.
people wear, you know, these kind of costumes. We've seen them in the past. The Nixon one, and there's a couple of this year. Of course, here's an obvious one. You go as the sexy cat being eaten by a Haitian. I like this one. You can go as Trump's ear.
Oh.
You can go as the two guys Donald Trump jerks off when he's dancing.
I noticed that Bill always talks about what Trump wanted to do or what Trump talked about doing. And then these conservatives who he talks to talk about what he actually did or was able to do, or what Biden did or what Biden couldn't do. And I think he has to let that go and just talk about what Trump did and what he tried to do but couldn't.
When I listen to Megyn Kelly, what she's saying makes common sense to people. Well, he was there before, and he didn't do those things then.
Yeah, there you go.
What people don't understand is that when he was there before, he was restrained.
Exactly.
Because there were three things. First of all, the Supreme Court had not said the president can be lawless. We now have a Supreme Court that says the president can be lawless. He didn't have that.
So the other really scary thing that's going on now is apparently you can bribe people to vote.
Elon
Musk.
For Elon, as good as he is for everything tech, he's just as bad for everything political. I mean, he really has. If we allow this, it's going to be bobblehead night at the voting booth in 2 years.
I wonder what would happen if, you register to vote, you take his money, Elon Musk with $1 million, and you still vote for Hillary. I mean, and you still vote for Kamala.
You know, it's sad that we've lost Elon Musk. And I want to point out, 4 years ago, Elon Musk was an Andrew Yang Democrat.
Yeah.
I know. Hell yeah.
He's
Andrew Yang was the man. And everything that's happening now with AI and these robots, Andrew Yang predicted.
All white people are racist. All men are toxic. And all billionaires are evil. It's kind of hard to keep them on your side. And so we might want to think about, if you're chasing people out of the party, you can't be mad when they leave.
That's true.
I read in the paper today that the Washington Post and the LA Times, for the first time ever, not endorsing a candidate in this race yet. I mean,
Man.
The newspaper, they're not feeling the Cam vibe because she's not good enough on Israel. They hate Israel. They're all for Hamas. They think a genocide is going on there.
They're all for Hamas. Oh my God.
Have you ever seen the ones in California? Vote no if you think yes. I'm voting no. I don't want to make up my mind on a ballot by what the newspaper is telling me to do, because I don't trust the newspapers anymore. I don't trust any.
Yeah, anymore. Why would a newspaper even support a candidate? That's kind of dumb.
And I think
Time for new rules.
New rule.
Okay, new rule. Now that McDonald's is suffering from a multi-state E. coli outbreak. They have to tell us, did one of your employees not wash hands?
That's where it came from.
Next year, when you're planning your McDonald's worker Halloween costume and you put a pound of bronzer on your face, remember to put some on your ghostly white hands.
Yeah, look at the difference.
Go in the other direction. Take off your makeup and comb over and go out as Fat Dracula. Who looks at Johnny Depp and thinks, that's what I want to smell like?
That's messed up.
Sauvage, they're French. Never mind, I get it. New rule, if I'm always having to pretend I live here, I get to come inside and make a sandwich. After the LA riots in '92, she said, if there are any good white people, I haven't met them. Now, in fairness, you had just come out of Williams-Sonoma. But she also said, if black people kill black people every day, why not have a week and kill white people? And Bill Clinton, looking for an easy target, and also well aware that killing white people would decimate our Olympic snowboard team. In 2020, the sight of a black man being slowly murdered with a white cop's knee on his neck would affect you if that was the history of your race. I think most Americans would be sympathetic.
Yeah.
And then
they have to show Van Jones.
That in the left got a little carried away. Carried away, like most of the merch at this shoe store. Get it? Carried away?
No.
Once in a while, they need a lick. Looting was rebranded as justice shopping. We stopped arresting shoplifters.
Justice shopping.
Baby was a bestseller. Portland decriminalized all drugs, and Seattle set up a no-cop zone until they had to reverse course on both.
Yeah.
Standardized testing was dropped until schools saw how dumb that was. And yet,
Man.
the head of the teachers union in Chicago still maintains that testing is, quote, junk science rooted in white supremacy.
My God.
And her union tweeted during COVID, the push to reopen schools is rooted in sexism, racism, and misogyny. And the idea that testing is rooted in white supremacy is in itself a racist belief that says black children can't compete with white children on tests, which they surely can.
There you go.
The undecided voter thinks, no, I don't want to get on the short bus back to Trump Town. But I also don't want to go back to 2020.
Yep.
Please, God, don't make me sit through another one of those corporate-mandated sensitivity training sessions. When the Harris campaign launched, they got great traction by calling Trump and Vance weird. That was good. Weird was working. People are tired of weird, and ever since Donald Trump decided to dominate our fucking lives,
He laughed.
America doesn't need a revolution. It needs fixing. All right, that's our show. I'll be at the David Copperfield.
All right. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the next one.